Welcome back to Everyday Health for the Christian Woman. I'm Amber Swift and I am your host. I am so thrilled to have you join me here today. I honor and I'm so thankful that you have taken the time to listen and set aside some time to be here. So let me ask you a question. Have you been feeling like lately that you don't really know who you are? I know that sounds like a strange statement, but I remember the day where my husband asked me, Amber, what is fun to you? And I literally stopped and cried because after raising and being in just the throes of motherhood for so long, and serving at our church, I actually didn't even know what I thought was fun. And so I literally had to make a list of things that are fun to Amber. So if that sounds like you, I think you're going to enjoy this conversation today. So I want you to take a deep breath. Yes, I'm so glad you're here. So my guest today is Amanda Surratt. She is the developer of the she is the creator of the Miracle Method and also the Confidently Joyful Style Blueprint. And she's also the founder of the Sisterhood Sorority, which I'm a part of, and that is a lot of fun. So Amanda does something I love. She helps women heal emotionally, care for themselves fully, and rediscover their personal style, all while walking in authentic sisterhood. Don't we all need that? I know I do. She believes that our closets often tell the story of what's happening in our inner world. That the way we dress isn't shallow. It is connected to our confidence, our healing, and even our faith. If you have ever stood in front of a closet filled with clothes and felt like you have nothing to wear, if you've caught your reflection lately and thought, who is that woman looking back at me? I think you're going to feel very understood in just a few minutes. So I also would love to tell you about something that Amanda and I will be hosting together this August. I think you're really going to love this. We're hosting a virtual spa soiree. I'm very excited about this, and I've actually have had a hard time saying that word, so I have to say it again. Virtual spa soiree. It just sounds great. Anyways, so Amanda and I will both be giving you some really great tips. Amanda is going to be leading a session called Style from the Inside Out, and I will be leading a session on DIY for your hair, your nails, and your skin. But I'm also, if you've been feeling like your hair is kind of limp and your nails are brittle and your skin is just dull, I'm also going to be addressing what's going on below the surface. So I will drop all of the links for these things in the show notes. And I am so excited to introduce to you my friend, Amanda Surratt. Amanda, thank you so much for joining me here on the podcast again.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
So I have been really loving watching the transition with everything that you're going through with your business and personally. So you are known for emotional healing, but I would love to know, like, how did styling become part of that work?
Yeah, so style has always been me. And you and I both do a lot of work with women on really helping them reconnect back to that little girl inside of us
Yes.
because she was the one that she already knew what she liked or didn't like, what she was good at. And
Mhm.
I mean, at 4 or 5 years old, I was doing fashion shows and putting
I
together
love
outfits and already had my colors picked out and, already knew like, yes, I wear these colors. I don't like anything else. And I already knew my style. I would wear big sunglasses and I was putting pink and red together in the 80s before it was a thing. And along the way, life happened and, I ended up becoming an emotional healing expert just because of
it.
my own journey, which you can go back and listen to. And one of the final pieces of my own story was reconnecting back to fashion and style. I had been believing a lot of the lies from the enemy that good Christian women shouldn't spend money on clothes or
Mhm.
shouldn't take an effort in what they wear. That's so frivolous. There would be all this guilt and shame with the idea of dressing well. And I even didn't want to, but sometimes I judged like Christian women
Mhm.
speakers who were dazzled out and, should they really be doing that? And one of the pieces where I was working with a naturopath in a session on my own journey, she was like, fashion and style are supposed to be part of your journey. Like that's the next step.
Love
And
it.
when she said it, it was like, wait, I have permission to like what I'm wearing?
Yes, I
You
love
know,
it.
I
Yes.
have permission to actually put clothes on myself that I actually like. Wait,
Yes.
what? Not just everything's functional, just throw something on and go, but oh my goodness, I have permission. And part of that was that healing from Epstein-Barr was that along with movement. Like I have permission to move my body before it's fully healed. And so I studied colors and style from an energy perspective. Basically, who did God make you as that little girl?
Hmm.
And I learned style from that perspective of wearing certain colors or tints or hues based on that and really getting to know design lines and what lights me up, what feels good for me. When I put it on, it's like, yes, I am that little girl that God created. I am my truest self of who he created me to be. And so through that, when I would work with clients, sometimes they would ask questions, about their own style. And so I just really started working with my, current clients that asked for it. We would incorporate style into healing emotions and autoimmune and trauma. And then I just kept having so many people ask me, like, do you style people? Do you do color? That I developed my own style program.
My gosh, I love it. I love it because it's so funny because you never think about this aspect of our healing, right? About
Yes,
the clothes that we put on and the colors that we wear and the lies that we told ourselves, like just that
yes.
you're not supposed to wear this or I mean, I remember when I was a young mother, I used to think that like it was my kids always should come first and I should not go shopping for myself unless
Mm-hmm.
all of their needs are met and yes we do have to be wise but it was really my husband he was like go shopping I
Mm-hmm.
was like
Yes.
that's okay.
Yeah.
That is so okay. I love that. I love how that is becoming just even more a part of not only how you mentioned your healing journey, but then your client's healing journey, the clothes that we wear. I love that so much. So here's something that I've noticed that you say. You say that our clothes often tell the story of our inner world. So what does that mean?
So a lot of times we can gravitate towards things that maybe we wear something a couple of sizes too big because
Mm-hmm.
we don't feel good or we don't want to be seen. I still work on this myself. There are times where I'm involved in some different things and I may have to go to some state level meetings and I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, okay, I'm going to find my navy. I'm going to at least like chocolate brown. Like I really want to wear black because I don't want to be seen in that. It's
Mm-hmm.
just not a meeting where I want to be seen or heard. I just
Mm-hmm.
want to, be a little fly on the wall kind of thing.
Yes.
And so we can find ourselves choosing clothes without even thinking about it of I don't want to be seen. I don't want anyone to see this body right now, so I'm going to wear stuff 2 or 3 sizes too big.
Mm-hmm.
Hoodies can be like a trauma response that it's
Mm-hmm.
just like that warm blanket
Yeah.
and can feel comfy. And so it's there's nothing right or wrong with any of it, but it's just a way for us to check in and see how do I feel about myself? Am I really representing who God made me to be, or am I trying to
Mm.
be someone else? Or hide away from the world because maybe I have some wounds that still haven't been healed yet.
Yes. No, that makes sense. And as you were talking, Amanda, I was like, I never pictured her in a navy blue or black blazer. I pictured her in like a hot pink blazer. That's what...
You should see my pictures when I used to work with, did state work, and I
Uh-huh.
worked with like criminal justice system. I
Yes.
was black from head to toe.
Oh my gosh. So I'm
Right.
like even trying to picture that. That's crazy. Because yeah, I'm like, you need to get yourself a hot pink blazer.
Yeah, I did. I wore just in that environment a lot of black, and even my denim was like the darkest color denim. I mean,
Wow.
everything was always so dark. And I mean, health, like weight wise, I was actually a little bit less than I weigh right now. So it
Mm-hmm.
wasn't even a weight issue. Sometimes we show up like my personality is very whimsical, very
Mm-hmm.
hope filled. And
Mm-hmm.
so it's hard to think, oh yeah, that's a, 6 or 7 figure business owner. Like she's
Mm-hmm.
like a butterfly, she's like a
Yes.
fairy. And
Yes.
so, sometimes with my personality, it's really easy to want to wear those darker colors to look professional,
Mm.
to be taken seriously. So that can
Yes.
happen too.
Yes. How can that
hmm
actually like change? Does that change the way we feel or
So this was a blouse I bought a few years ago, and it looks like it's me,
Mhm.
right? It's not. And I was like, I wore this all day and I did not feel like myself. Well, then I went and really looked at the color scheme and I'm like, this is in my style system. I would call this the adventurous woman.
Mhm.
These actually are not bright tints. Like this is like an olive. This is more of a salmon than a pink.
Mm.
They have a little bit of black coming through the colors
Mhm.
instead of white. And I was like,
Oh.
that's why I didn't feel like myself today. Like my energy just felt a little down. And I was like, I'm ready. I took that blouse off and I was like, this has got to be donated. I'm like, I'm gonna find, because that's what I do. I give away my clothes. I always find
Yes.
charities to donate my clothes to. And I was like, this is not going with me to next season. Something's off. And when I looked at it, I was like, yeah, this actually, it looks bright, but it actually
Yes.
isn't.
Yes. Yes. No, see, and when I was thinking about that, just as you were talking, I was thinking back to times in my life where I told somebody if I was in all black, I would be in mourning. Like you would have to
Yes.
think that I was depressed because that to
hmm
me seems like very depressed clothing.
Which for the women I call in my system the timeless woman,
Uh-huh.
she wears black beautifully. Like just think of that stoic woman with a very still energy that she just has like this calming presence. She can walk
Yes.
in with black. She's the one that fixes all the problems and is the cruise director. Like you see her and then you see black, but on a other women it's like you see the black and you don't ever see the woman. And that's the thing is we want to wear the right colors and patterns that we see you first. We don't want the clothes to wear
Mm.
you. We want you to wear the.
Oh, I love that. It's so funny. As you were describing that woman, I'm like, that is my 18-year-old daughter. Like you literally described her to a T, and
Yeah,
she can wear all black and it looks fabulous. She looks sophisticated.
that's it. And they
That's,
usually look good with silver hair. Like they usually look good when they let themselves go silver, even if
uh-huh.
it's in their 30s. I'm just like so jealous.
Oh, wow. Wow. Oh my goodness. That's crazy. I love that. What I love that you said was how we should see the woman, not the clothing. I'm almost picturing like our clothing should be an accessory to who we are. It should
Yes,
add to who we are. Is that
yes,
correct?
it is correct. Yes, yes.
Okay. All right.
And
That's really neat.
when we wear the right stuff, it's so funny because I love it because people will be like all the time, like, "Oh my gosh, that's your color." I'm like, "I know," and it's crazy the compliment, and it really ages you backwards when you wear the right shades for you. It
Uh-huh.
really does age you backwards. Where if you wear the wrong shades, like you're going to see more lines or maybe more discoloration in the
Mm-hmm.
skin just
Mm-hmm.
because it's going to hit the light differently on your skin and it's going to look totally different. So it is amazing
Oh, wow.
how people can tell, like that yellow dress that I posted on the try on, that one, that everybody's like, oh my gosh, that's it. They're like, I love that dress on you. And I picked another outfit that wasn't my type to see what people say. And they're like, you don't look happy in that picture. Like it
That's
just like
crazy.
something's off. And I'm like, I know, because it's not really my color. It was really cool that other people could just see the difference and see my facial expressions because they will change
Wow.
too. When you're in the right outfit, you come home to you. You just feel
Yes.
like yourself.
It's true because you feel like, I'm walking on the runway.
Yes.
Yes, no, I love it. So, how have you seen a woman's wardrobe change after she's gone through like emotional healing? How have you seen that transformation occur?
So once we've done, the emotional healing work, and then we find their colors, and some actually work with me on finding a capsule wardrobe, or
Mhm.
sometimes it's just getting them pointed in the right direction. It's like they come alive again. It's like the closet becomes fun. It also it's very transforming in that it costs less money and time when your whole wardrobe is cohesive. Even if
Mm.
it's a capsule wardrobe and it's much more condensed, there's less frustration when you have pieces from different colors and styles and nothing really matches and you go to your closet, you're like, oh my gosh, I don't know what to wear. I have nothing to wear. But when
Mm.
it all matched, like I've got pants every single color for the sweater
Oh, wow.
because they're all my colors.
Yes.
And so it becomes very, very fast to pick out outfits. So there's less decision fatigue. Obviously, it's financially better because you're not spending money on things you're never going to wear or be happy with. And
Mm-hmm.
then there's a lot more confidence and ease. And,
Mm.
for those who really like fashion, it just becomes fun and playful.
Oh, I love it. No, I love what you said about it helps you to avoid decision fatigue and how it just
Yes.
feels more peaceful and more
Yes.
playful. And like, because these are all things that as we age, oftentimes we forget to be playful. Like, and so to be able to do that with your clothing, it sounds like the lightness that we all experienced before life's responsibilities took over.
Yes.
So I love that. I love that. Why do you think so many women stand in front of their closet and they just can't even think of one thing to wear?
Because a lot of times they don't have pieces that match each other. If some people use the seasonal system, for example, I don't
Hmm.
use that, but let's just say they did because that's pretty popular. They might have winter season, spring season, some autumn, some summer, and none of it matches. And so
Hmm.
you can't mix and match. So you have to work harder to put pieces together. So that's the first thing.
Hmm.
And two, when you put an outfit on that's right for you, your whole like persona is going to be different. And when you put
Yes.
something on that's not you, it's going to weigh down your energy. So you're not going to feel as good. You're not going to be as inspired or excited for the day. It's just kind of like blah.
Yes.
So that's a big part of it.
Yeah. No, I agree because I think I saw you post something and you were talking about workout wear. Just a couple of years ago, I would just work out in whatever. But I was so happy because I was like, oh, I'm following what Amanda suggests because I literally looked at my workout wear and it's all, more neutral bottoms, but all of my tops are like bright purple, bright pink, and it makes me happy to go
Yes.
work out. Really staying true to what it is that you love and having that freedom to do that. So what would be like a sign that a woman's wardrobe is no longer like matching like who she is, who God created her to be? What have you noticed?
So you may look older than what you actually look in it. Like you put on the pieces and
Yeah.
if you see like more fine lines or dark circles under your eyes or redness in your skin tone without makeup, like you just look at yourself, that
Hmm.
will be a way to know. The other is like when you put it on, do you feel like your truest self, like who God made you to be? Or do you feel like you're having to be what other people want, the corporate person or the mom who gives everything to her children.
Hmm.
And so you will notice that. And I will notice because my energy is very like uplifted and animated. So
Hmm.
something is wrong for me, it's going to pull down my energy. Like literally
Mm.
like my get up and go energy.
Yes. Yes.
Those are some signs. I mean, good signs when it's right. Like if I go to the boutique in Winston and if it's right, I literally come dancing out of the fitting room. And
Yes.
sometimes I prance out and I just do
Yes.
circles around the store. They love
Yes.
me.
No, I know, but it's so true. It's like, so I'm almost 50. I'm like, oh, I don't want more fine lines and spots
Yeah,
on my face. And it's true. Like when I feel good about myself, it's like when I'm trying it on or even in the house, it's like, it's a runway. I'm like, bump, bump, like,
it is. Yes, the hips start shaking and you're
yes,
like striking a pose.
yes.
You're like, check me out, hubby.
That's right. That's right. See, I love that. I love that so much. What do you do to style someone? What do you look for? What does that look like?
So the first thing is I send them a questionnaire and I have quite a few questions because I want to get to know them and a lot of the questions are around their childhood as much as they can remember. I want to
Yes.
learn about them from around ages 5 to 7. So I'm going to ask some questions about that. I'm going to look at pictures of them. I want to see their face shape, their eyes, their expressions. And then if I can, I would love to see how they naturally move. Like if they're just walking or whatever, like that
Hmm.
can be a very beneficial. And then a Zoom call also helps for me to like just kind of look at their mannerisms. Like be like I'm always like moving when I'm talking. My hands are always
Hmm.
moving, you know. I have that like upward joyful movement, right? And
Yes.
so so by all of that, I can tell which kind of style they are. And then I have a personalized guide for each style and I show them their colors. I show them patterns that they can use to find things that harmonize with. So we're looking at making everything harmonize. And then I have
Mm.
lists to give them of stores for each style because there are stores that cater more towards one style than another because there's a brand. Is it Free People is
Oh,
not
yeah.
my person. You know, it is good for what I call the adventurous woman and maybe
Yes.
even the graceful woman. Like
Hmm.
there's going to be stuff for them. Whereas we all know it, like Lily Pulitzer is more me, right? The
Yes.
joyful woman style, right? Like
Yes.
99.9% of everything that comes out of that store I could wear and the joyful woman could wear. And
Yes.
then Marissa's, I see a lot of like graceful style. I've got a couple clients who are the graceful type, and so I'm always like, here's an outfit for you. Here's an outfit.
I love it.
But yeah, so they get their colors, they get patterns that they can use to harmonize, and then stores that really cater towards their style. Because if you go to stores that really cater toward, or even brands that you can find on like Poshmark, then it
Hmm.
becomes a little bit easier to narrow it down.
Yes. No, I love that because one, I don't even know who Lily Pulitzer is. So that tells you something about my style. And then two, what I'm hearing as you're talking is once again, it's celebrating the woman as an individual and
Yes.
celebrating who she is instead of trying to conform yourself into some. It really is this celebration of who you are, of your
Yes.
life, even your style. So how do you help somebody discover that, like their authentic, true to themselves style? How do you help them discover that?
So we start with they book a consultation with me and we start with the questionnaire that I send them.
Mhm.
And so we spend some time going back and forth around that and then we meet on a Zoom call and then that's when I type them and present them with everything and walk them through that process.
Mhm. Have you noticed that? What have you noticed?
It is I would say it's very freeing
Hmm.
because it's really fun to I get to wear that and you mean I don't have to wear that anymore just
Yes.
because it's expected.
Yes.
That is always a good one. I love
Yes.
that. And a lot of that permission to just get to be themselves and it's okay to like what you're we can't go around naked. So we
No, we
might as
can't.
well like what we're wearing.
It's so true. It's so true. Just listening to you, Amanda, I guess I just wonder, like, where have you found is the breakdown? Because you see a little girl who
Mhm.
typically, unless she's raised in an unhealthy family, typically pretty young, she knows what she loves, she knows what
Mhm.
she likes, she doesn't really care. Where's the breakdown? Because then you're dealing with what
Mhm.
are you normally working with women like 35 and up? Is that like
Yes.
what you found?
Mhm.
So where is
Mostly.
that breakdown?
I'll say a few things, and I'll even speak from my own personal
Hmm.
experience. You will crack up because, you know, I was a pastor's kid, but
Hmm.
I mean, style and fashion was not approved of in the Christian school that I went to. It was
Oh
very
no, see,
frowned
I didn't
upon.
have that.
You know, I went to a school that had a dress code like, you know, things could only be this low and you know, we had the dress checks where we had to walk by the teachers and they measured our skirts and you know,
Oh
like
wow.
extremely strict. So it's funny
Yes.
that like a lot of that got squashed and there were some things I would read 17 magazine and I couldn't wear half of it, but I wanted to because clothing for me is a creative outlet, like some people
Hmm.
paint. And I
Yes.
really didn't get to express as much as I wanted to because of how strict it was. But and then of course like the fashion trends, I think, as like girls go through teenage years and
Hmm.
20s, they're very influenced by like what's in style. Just because it's in style doesn't mean like you have to wear it or
I
that
agree. Yeah.
that you won't look good if you don't.
What is one thing that you would want her to know just to feel more confident in the clothing that she's wearing, picking, choosing? What's one thing you would want her to know?
Follow that inner guidance or inner that intuition. It's
Hmm.
it's okay if if you like something or don't like something, go with it. Trust your
Yeah,
instincts.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
I think that this is kind of the theme of our conversation, just always coming back to who it is God made you to be and
Yes.
celebrating that. And so, Amanda, I'm on a budget. Where should I start?
Oh, okay, that's like the best. Okay, so I will tell you, like, I don't wear their clothes now, but to play with colors and patterns to
Hmm.
just figure out what I liked, I ordered from Shein and Temu
Hmm.
at first, just
Hmm.
because $5, $7 to see if I like something or not, and then discovered, even like what kind of texture and material I liked. Um,
Hmm.
but that was a great place to really get to know like what
Hmm.
my style was.
Hmm.
Another is consignment shops, like for real. Hit up the consignment shops.
Yes.
There's nothing around here. I'd have to go in the cities, and I plan to because I'm on the hunt for a few things. But like I love Poshmark. I have ordered two adorable classic pieces from
Hmm.
Poshmark recently, and that's just been really fun. And Walmart.
Oh, yes.
Don't forget, you and I have the matching dress from
Yes,
Walmart.
we do. Well, they've stepped up their game. Like
They
every
have
time I go to Walmart now, I'm like, I'm going to the clothing section. I'm going to go look and see if I can find
same.
something. Because I
I
love
have a
it.
sweater from there that has embroidered flowers on it that is selling by another brand for like $160.
Oh,
And I got it for 23 at
I
Walmart.
love it. I love it. You know what? I bet I could totally, next time I go to Walmart, I'm going to be like, I know Amanda would wear that. I know. She would wear this right now. Well, and especially this season, it has like, like pineapples on things
Yes,
and like
I
big
got
flamingos.
the pink. Did you get I got the pink sleeve. I was almost going to wear it for today's call. The pink sleeveless sweater tank
Uh-huh.
with a pineapple on it. I got it.
Did you? Yes, yes. No, I got the blue and white striped one with the bright yellow pineapple. So, okay, so going back to budget, we've covered Walmart because they've really have stepped up their game. We've covered
Yeah.
Poshmark, consignment stores, but it is so important to go with what it is that you love, you feel good in, you feel light, you don't
Yep.
feel weighed down in. So, what are three pieces that you would recommend every woman, like what should she own just to make
Ooh.
getting dressed easier?
A good pair of jeans that you can dress up or go casual. I'd say it's definitely number one because then you can wear those jeans every single day.
Yes, yes, you can.
I would say a good button down shirt.
Yes.
And it could be like a poplin or it could be like I have a gauze material from J. Crew Factory that's a
Hmm.
button down that I can wear almost year round. Like I can layer it in the spring. You can roll up the sleeves. You can do so many things. So that can become very versatile.
Hmm.
And honestly, like my third thing is picking. I'm a classic shoe girl. I'm an orthopedic woman for my feet
Yeah.
now. So I love towel shoes. They're not even my style essence. I do not
Hmm.
care because they have chiropractor art support.
Yes.
A good pair of shoes that you can wear with everything that are
Yes.
comfortable.
Yes. No, it's so true. Shoes, button up. I actually have never been like a button up person, but
Yeah,
in the last couple years I really have discovered that. I was always more of a graphic tee, but there's
yeah,
something that happens like as we get older, as I don't know if it's womanly or just as bright in all of the
yeah,
graphic tees, they kind of made me feel like a child. And
yeah.
and I didn't and I'm like, I'm not a child. I don't want to feel like a child, but I love button ups now. Like
Yes.
and I love how now, because of Amazon and Walmart, you can get all of the ones. It feels more feminine instead of all straight, everything being straight
And
lines.
if you
But
can find, I got one on TikTok for like
mhm,
$12.
mhm,
It's a blue and white stripe, like a very thin, I guess you call it like a pinstripe.
mhm,
It doesn't wrinkle, and it's also like a tunic length with
mhm.
slits on the side, so you can wear it
Oh,
long with like some jeggings or like some classic jeans or whatever.
yes.
But you could also like tie it up, but
Uh-huh.
influencers do a French tuck with it. And it's really cute too. But yes, best $12 shirt because like it never wrinkles. So it is like
Yes.
my husband wakes me up at 7 o'clock on a Saturday. He's like, let's run to breakfast right now. I can throw that on with some jeans and I look like I actually put some effort into my outfit.
Yes. And you feel good about yourself.
Yes.
And that is so important. I mean, that is so important as, with each decade to still feel good about who you are, to still feel true to who
Yes.
you are, because our bodies are changing, our emotions are changing, our skin, our hair,
Mhm.
everything's changing, but yet you can still dress in a way that makes you feel beautiful and attractive and just great in your skin. And
Yes.
so that's what I love. I love that you're doing that. And so this is what I'm super excited to announce. We are going to be running a virtual spa soiree together. And so, Amanda, tell our listeners what you will be doing because I'm excited for everybody to hear
Yeah.
about this.
Yeah, so I am going to be teaching you how to style from within. I'm going to actually take you through some steps that we're going to all do together so that you can learn how to identify what feels right on you and what doesn't. And I'm also going to be
Yes.
teaching you about the confidently joyful style blueprint.
I love it.
Yes, and I'm going to be showing you the 4 different color styles and the patterns so that you can begin to see which one you might gravitate towards and give you some different outfit inspiration.
Oh, that's going to be so much fun. I'm
Yeah.
excited because anytime I'm a part of something that you do, I always learn something. How I used to shop was if it's on sale and it fits, I'm going to buy it. And I had a closet full of stuff that I really didn't like. And so
Yes.
now like probably in the last 5 years, I've been learning and applying these things. It just, I want it to look great on me. I want to feel good in it. I want to feel happy and joyful and light and like I could walk on a runway in this. So if there's just one thing that you would love for our listener to remember from our conversation today, what would that be?
You have permission to love what you're wearing.
You have permission to love what you're wearing. I love
Yes.
that. That is great. That is good. We need to all write that down, like, and stick it on a sticky note and put it on our mirror. You can love what you're wearing. So, where can my listeners find you? I will put all the links in the show
Sure.
notes, but go ahead and tell them where they can find you.
So they can find me on my website, confidentlyjoyful.com. They can find me on Instagram at Amanda Surratt Living, and they can find me at Skool at the Sisterhood Sorority.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Amanda, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you.
And thank you for helping women just feel confidently joyful in their skin and in the clothes that they're in. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
What a wonderful, wonderful interview with Amanda Surratt. I just loved it. I hope that you are leaving here being reminded that you are uniquely made in the image of God, that your style is uniquely yours, and I want you to be encouraged to go and dress in a way that makes you feel lighter and more joyful and energized, and go and get those top 3 pieces. Shop at Walmart, shop at Poshmark, go to the consignment stores, find a store that meets your needs, that kind of aligns with your favorite style, and reach out to Amanda. I will drop all of her links here. And finally, join us at the virtual spa soiree. We would love to have you. I will put the registration link right in the show notes. If you found this podcast episode to encourage you, share it with a friend who just needs to hear, hey, go out and dress in a way that makes you feel your best and makes you shine. Go ahead and subscribe, hit the bell, and please leave a comment because that is how we reach more women. And today we went over our clothing, and how important it is for us to dress in a way that makes us feel our best, and how it even helps us to be a healthier version, a healthier, more joyful version of ourselves. So remember, ladies, that health is a journey, but it is a journey worth taking.